So last week, but I've worked into it this week, was my colour and line experiments and just exploring forms in art. So I did colour, and I did these colour swatches from a picture, my favourite picture of Hampstead, which gave me a lot of inspiration, especially for the wood painting. And I just swatched all the colours that I saw, which I really enjoy, and I actually really like the look of it. And it's kind of giving me like pattern, like mosaic ideas, like Gaudi inspired. And I just really enjoy the colours, and I feel like I've used a lot of earthy colours, bright colours, and how I can juxtapose these when painting and mark making, and how I can use bright colours but dark colours that will enrich my and like add quality to my colour work. And then I also did, so I looked at a Impressionism article tutorial on the different impressionist painting techniques, and I highlighted this, and I found a lot of useful techniques and a lot of history about Impressionism. And there's the video of me doing this. So that picture, I did a line, exploring line, and then I added my colour to it. So I've done a lot of the impressionist techniques that I learnt about in the article, and I used like palette knives, which I really enjoyed the most for here. So I think they were the most successful, and maybe not these because they just look a bit weird, and I don't know if they suit my theme, but I really like it. And actually putting the mosaic onto a base, like a smooth base, really works. And it gives me like Cézanne, Van Gogh, Impressionist inspired stylistic mark making. And then as an extension of our work, we did some collagraphs on Monday, and I did this one, which I think is very successful. I used the map of London, Hampstead, that's got Hampstead in it, and I used a photocopy of my wood painting, and I cut this up and used the line. So this is the Thames from the road map, the atlas, and I used this to go with the lines, and I found so many similarities and how I could join up line and how all the lines fit in together, and I just thought this was really special and interesting, and I really enjoyed this task. And then from like the negative lines, from the lines, I created like a positive negative piece in which I mounted the map that I've painted. This is photocopied, but I painted it in watercolour and acrylic, and mounted this onto black card. And I really like how you can see like the positive and negative space, and how it's the negative of these lines, which I thought was really special. And I'm not wasting any paper, which is environmentally friendly, and I'm just using all my resources available. In this page I just talk about my collages, and this is another one that I did. So this was inspired by Simonetta Morrow, and she uses like this frosted clear paper over a map that she has like painted and added pattern to underneath, and I think it's really interesting, and it's just intriguing. Like, you want to walk up to it and find out what's behind the frosted paper. And I found her in the book, and I've also found Matthew Cusick as well in the book that I read about collage, which is in my bibliography. And I've just found loads of artists that actually use maps, and how they use them, and how they can paint onto them, under them, and how I love how Cusick paints onto maps and uses recycled maps and no waste, like me. And I love how Moreau has like this ambiguous thing behind, but you can still see it, but you can't. So it draws the audience to the piece. So I did a page on my process of painting onto the balsa wood and my carving techniques and collage. And these are the videos, my YouTube videos that I created, the mark making that it shows, and how I used the wood carving tool. I used a mixture of acrylic and watercolour on this and played with wax resist as well, but I thought it was important to document this and write about it and explain my processes in addition to the video.